This morning I woke up praying and I was praying to God, Lord, show me the next step in my life because I'm so confused. I don't know where to begin from. And of course, a number of things have been happening, which I'm going to enumerate one by one. But let me start from here. You see that it looks like a gentleman or a lady walking. And now this is the state of Texas. Texas seems to be going big on IT and health. They are going big. So look at that gentleman. And it takes a big thinking to see what is going on. And in the meantime, you see that plane taking off. That is close. It is taking off from the Bush International Airport. Bush International Airport. Let's go back to this gentleman. He's trying to figure out what his next step is now. He has figured it out. Now, when I came to this place, I'm a member of the Holiday Inn. I'll show you. It's close to the airport. Holiday Inn gives me some free nights because I've been a member for a long time and I accumulate points which I use, you know. And so now I'm going to show you this. You may see this and think I'm trying to show off, but for me to think big, I need to do big things. So that's a rental which I took out that I'm going to use to move around. Now, let me try to show you what I'm thinking. Now, you see how big this is? Empty space, yet lots of movements. Empty space, yet lots of movements. This is what Texas is. This is what Texas is. And so if you know how to tap, if I can figure out how to tap in this environment, provide some health services that are therapeutical, and on top of that, or also give IT services, or combine the two, finding the intersection between those two, I will have found my dream job in this state. So now that is going to be my next challenge in this couple of days. I had booked myself in this hotel for only one day, but I feel like, you know what? If I'm thinking like this, if I'm thinking big like this, maybe I need another second day so I can think even bigger, because the connections are becoming clearer simply because the space is big. The space, when I look through my window, the space is big and it sort of clears the clutter, the stress that has been clogging in my mind for the last couple of weeks or so. And this must mean something. This must mean something. I'll see what happens. But anyway, the moral lesson here is the magic of thinking big. I left Boston, which is a saturated place. I mean, it's densely populated, and there's just too much fight for small jobs, big jobs. The fight is too much. Here, it looks like they are in need of professionals. And I can't get hold of enough of them. Anyway, the magic of thinking big. I'll see how it pays off on this trip of mine to Houston, Texas. God bless.
Our fourth selection is His Eye is on the Sparrow. Have you ever felt like dragging your feet even when you were moving in the right direction? This rendition of His Eye is on the Sparrow sounds like an imagination of a small bird that has a lot of doubt and dragging feet. Over 30 years ago, while I was still living in Uganda, the first visa I got was to visit the United Kingdom, but I decided not to use it. Close to 20 years ago, I got a multiple entry visa to come to the United States so I could help a Waltham church as a music director. The first time I came to the United States, I stayed for only 5 weeks and went back to Africa. With my feet dragging, I came back the second time, and again, I only stayed for 5 weeks. On the third attempt, I came back to Walpole, Massachusetts, and since then, I have lived here for the last 17 years. August 22nd, 2022 was my first time to visit the United Kingdom. Because I'm an American citizen, I didn't need a visa to visit the United Kingdom. The emphasis in this music arrangement is in the second verse that says, "Though by the path he leadeth, but one step I may see." Whenever I see this little bird called a sparrow, I am reminded that his eye has always been on me in African forests, and yes, his eye has been on me in skyscraper forests in New York City and many other American big cities I have visited so far. I hope that by imagination, you will be able to come with me on my journey from the African forests to the skyscraper forests of New York City, as I paint the color contrast in a thinking, dragging feet and singing of a small bird such as a sparrow.